Have you ever told yourself, "I'll do it tomorrow"? It feels safe, doesn't it? Like a promise. But what if I told you that tomorrow is the most dangerous word in the world? It's a silent killer of dreams, a thief of potential. One delay at a time. This is the story of a man who almost buried his future with that single word. In a sun-drenched valley lived a young man named Elior. He had strong hands, bright eyes, and a heart overflowing with ambition. Every evening, surrounded by friends and family, his voice would ring with passion. "I'm going to build the biggest, most beautiful farm this valley has ever seen," he'd declare. "My mother will never have to work another day in her life." Everyone who heard him was moved by his vision. They admired his grand dreams. But when the rooster crowed at dawn and the dewy fields called for a farmer's touch, Elior would just pull the blanket tighter, while others toiled under the hot sun, turning soil and planting seeds. He'd sit in the cool shade, whispering to himself, "It's fine, I'll start tomorrow." One afternoon, his father, a man whose back was bent from a lifetime of labor and whose hands were as rough as tree bark, came to visit. He stood at the edge of Elior's land, a barren patch of earth, empty, dry, and lifeless. A deep sigh escaped his lips. "Son," he said, his voice gentle but firm, "you speak of golden fields and abundant harvests, but all I see is dust." Elior just smiled, a lazy, confident grin. "Don't worry, father. The vision is clear in my head. I'll start tomorrow. You'll see. It will be magnificent." His father said nothing more. Instead, he reached into his weathered pocket and pulled out two small, identical pouches of seeds. He held them out to Elior. "One of these," he explained, "contains seeds that will only grow if you tend to them every single day. They need water, care, and your constant attention." He gestured to the other pouch. "And this one. These seeds grow fast, on their own. They require no effort at all. But they are invasive, and they destroy everything they touch." He placed both pouches into Elior's hands, turned, and walked away without another word. Elior looked at the seeds, a small smile playing on his lips. "It's obvious," he thought. "I'll plant the good one tomorrow." But tomorrow came and went. Days melted into weeks. The pouches of seeds sat on his windowsill, forgotten. One lazy afternoon, out of sheer boredom, he wandered out to his empty plot of land. Without much thought, he tore open both pouches and scattered the seeds across the dry earth. Then, he went back to his favorite spot in the shade and continued to dream about the success he was sure would come, without ever lifting a finger to earn it. Weeks later, he decided to check on his field. As he approached, he froze. A chill ran down his spine. The land was no longer empty. It was covered, choked by a thick, dark, suffocating blanket of weeds. They were twisted and menacing, strangling the very life out of the soil. The seed of laziness had grown wildly, spreading like an unstoppable fire. And there, in one lonely, neglected corner, he saw it. A tiny, frail sprout, struggling to break through the surface. It was the ambition seed, so weak and pale it was almost invisible. His heart sank. He felt a lump form in his throat. His grand dream was dying before it had ever truly begun. That evening, as the sun cast long, somber shadows across the valley, his father returned. He didn't need to say a word. He just stood there, looking at the desolate field, a mirror of his son's choices. Finally, he spoke, his voice soft, filled not with anger, but with sorrow. "Look at your land, Elior. This is your life. Every time you said tomorrow, you planted a seed of laziness. Every moment you delayed, you starved your dream." The words struck Elior with the force of a lightning bolt. For the first time, he wasn't just hearing his father, he was seeing the truth. He saw himself for what he had become, a man who dreamed loudly but lived silently. A man whose reality was a wasteland of empty promises. That night, sleep wouldn't come. His father's words echoed in the darkness. "Every tomorrow steals a piece of your future." The weight of all his wasted days pressed down on him. Before the first light of dawn painted the sky, Elior was awake. He didn't hesitate. He walked directly to his field, knelt down, and began pulling out the weeds with his bare hands. The thorny stems tore at his skin. His palms started to bleed. An ache settled deep in his back. But he didn't stop. He worked relentlessly, sweat stinging his eyes, the rising sun burning his skin. For the first time, he was fighting for his dream, not just talking about it. He found the tiny, struggling sprout of ambition and cleared the spacer on it. He brought it water. He tended to it every single day, no matter how tired or sore he felt. He replaced the mantra of tomorrow with the action of today. Days turned into months, and months bled into years. Slowly, miraculously, the field began to transform. The insidious weeds withered and died. The seed of ambition, nourished by his daily effort, grew strong, tall, and resilient, reaching for the light. And then, one glorious day, Alior stood in the middle of his golden field. The grain swayed gently in the breeze, the very picture of the dream he had held in his heart for so long. The farm was real. It was thriving. He had finally done it. Not because he waited for the perfect moment, but because he finally understood there was no perfect moment. He had succeeded because he stopped waiting. Alior learned a lesson that so many of us never do. Dreams don't die from failure. They die from delay. Every tomorrow you whisper is a negotiation with your future, and you are giving a piece of it away. The right time is a myth. The right time is never tomorrow. It's now. So, what about you? Is there a dream you've been putting off? A goal you keep pushing to tomorrow? If this story resonated with you, don't just scroll away. Take one small step, right now. Do one thing today that your future self will thank you for. Pull out one weed, water one seed of ambition. Just start. If you believe a story like this can be a wake-up call, please share it. Someone you know might be stuck, still waiting for their tomorrow. Let us know in the comments one lesson you've taken from Alior's journey. And for more stories that inspire action, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching. Start today.